This is difficult to convince somebody that more is not necessarily better, but I'm still gonna give it a shot, And the analogy I'm gonna put is this. The other day I was in my children's room, and they have a Nintendo 64. It's a Nintendo that I grew up playing, and I had many good memories on it, and I purchased it for them. All right, and they had all the wires from each and every control all intertwined, and then they also had other wires. It was just a big mess, man. So when I went to go grab the control, you couldn't even pull it. You couldn't even play. You had to play like very close to the console, and then also, if you pulled it, they were all intertwined so much so that the Nintendo 64, the console itself, would fall down to the floor, which it had already fallen on the floor. It was chipped on the corner. And I looked at that, and when I looked at it, I got like a sermon in my mind, and I said, this is the way a lot of people's lives are. A lot of people, it says, don't be entangled with the cares of this world. They're entangled so badly because they got so much on their plate, and it's like spaghetti, man. It's like they can't make sense out of life. The Bible says, in all you're getting, get understanding. And they can't get a foothold on life and a grip on life because of the entanglement of so much on their plate, so much that they can't make sense out of how to move forward. And Satan gets a real kick out of this because he confuses. When you have so much to really deal with, it's easy to get lost. It's easy to not even know where to start, not even know where to begin, and much less how to actually achieve and get to where you want to be. It's only when you simplify your life and you weed out a lot of the weeds out of the garden, so to speak, that you're able to really see what remains is what's important. Family is important. God should be first, family second, right? A hobby is, it's useful too. Education is useful. You study and show yourself approved. These are things that are important. Responsibility, stewardship, managing both money, time, leveraging your character, such as your patience, your self-control, your perseverance, your diligence in all things. Setting aside the good things from the bad things and saying, hey, listen, this right here goes on this side and this right here goes on this side. This represents the stuff that is good and it's important, and this right here is unimportant, such as social media, such as stuff that it takes from your energy, resources, it takes from your time, it takes from your day, and it leaves you kind of like looking around dazed, like, man, I gave 6 hours to this thing and now I'm behind. I should have cleaned the house by now. I should have cooked by now. I should have picked up. I'm running late here. I'm doing this, and it shows you how the entanglements and how everything, if it was set in a specific order, and if life has taught me, I've learned so much, but one of the things that life has taught me is order is such a big deal. Order, a time to eat and a time to stop eating, a time to wake up and a time to go to sleep. If at 11 o'clock I'm not in bed and get, I don't have to be necessarily sleeping at 11, but if I'm not in bed at 11, I have a big problem with that. I'm going to be annoyed with that. The reason why is because I prioritize my rest, so that when I wake up, my rest has already been, prioritized. I don't walk around feeling tired, lethargic, foggy-minded, like forgetting stuff because I didn't have enough rest. That's not my issue, because order, and man, is order important. Because if you just, something as small, like my kids sometimes, they want to eat at 11 o'clock at night, 10:30 at night. I'm like, no. Even though they do eat, I'm starting to see how structure, discipline, order, boundaries, limitations, how if you do it, it ties into results. You know, like for example, if you eat after hours, that's where you store the fat. That's how you, and that in turn ties into your health, right? And that in turn, the health ties into how you feel about yourself and how, you know, and your mindset and all that, because, you know, how we feel is how we think, and how we look is, you know, it's all intertwined. And it all started with one decision in the very beginning. If you backtrack all the way, you'll find, hey, listen, if I just change this and I position myself to do it this way, then all of these things are taken care of afterwards. Boy, oh boy. I kid you not, guys. And I'm going to end this video because I got to go right now. I'm on my lunch hour at work. And what I like to do on my lunch hours, I like to go to the gym. It's a nearby gym that I go to. I prioritize health. Because working out for me, it's not about looking good. It's about feeling good and exerting all of that. You know, it's beautiful. It's awesome, man. So I encourage everybody to work out. But, you know, we need the supernatural. We need Jesus. We need the spiritual, right? That's what fulfills on the inside. But we need to also take care of these other things. And it all interlocks, and it produces and flourishes a beautiful life when you put it all together. Because you get to be a good family person. You get to be a good son. That God says, you know, a person that honors their parents lives a long life. Wow, what's the opposite when you dishonor your parents? You don't live a long life. You die before your time. That's Bible. Do you see that God has created order to everything? And if you just do things the right way, you reap the blessings of doing things the right way. When you honor your parents, they bail you out of trouble when you need them. And we sometimes are in a pit, and we need to make that phone call. And it was because you honored them throughout your life that they're eager to pick up that phone and say, hi, what's going on? You know, a bad son, a bad daughter, so to speak, right? And bad stewards, bad managers, right? And then you get the third degree lecture, you know, why'd you do this? Why'd you do that? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? Why can't you get it together? What's going on with you? Right? And it's like, nah, man, if you just put order in your life, you can be talked about in a way where it's honoring to you. It's like, man, it's a delight. It's a delight. It's like when you taste good food, and it's like, wow. And like when you look at that person, they got all their, you know, and okay, this is what I want to tell you, okay? When you're intertwined, when you got all these wires all, this message will be like, yeah, bro, you know, wouldn't that be nice to have all my ducks in a row? Wouldn't that be nice? I kid you not, man. It comes down to very basic little things, such as one ties into another. When you go to sleep early, you wake up early, and then you cut out all the garbage and nonsense that goes out in the wee hours of the morning, right? All that nonsense was killed because you made one decision. It was good, man. Take care of your room and everything's clean, right? You can find things when you need them, and then you cut out the disorganization by default. Now you don't have to stress out when you're looking for something. You don't have to blow up. Yeah, where is this? I left it here, now I need it. Where is it? All that is cut out, man. Think of what a beautiful life things could be if we just go about things the right way. Man. So, such a beautiful life. God has told us, man. And I can make this video 30, 40, 50 minutes long, man, but I gotta go right now. But yeah, just take it for what it's worth, you know. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't matter, and there's stuff that does matter. Stick to the stuff that matters and get rid of the stuff that doesn't matter. The stuff that is polluting you, the stuff that is contaminating you, sucking all the life out of you, giving you nothing in return. It's time to cut that out. And it's for your own good, man. You're doing yourself a big favor, man, by cutting it out. Sometimes it's people, sometimes it's places, sometimes it's things. Take this as a sign that it's your turn, because you dream of this better life. So what's stopping you? Just start cutting things out, man. Start cutting things out. Be about it. The Bible says, let your yes be yes and let your no be no. Don't be wavering, double-minded, back and forth about what you want. Write out a plan for your life. Write out a vision for your life. Pursue that vision, and anything that doesn't align with that vision, cut it out. because that's not part of your future, because you have a vision for your life. That's how you get to where you want to be. Whatever's going to feed your future, whatever's going to feed that vision, keep it. Whatever's going to take it away, get rid of it, right? Make your vision godly. God bless you guys. Bye.